Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be talking about the metal exchange. Now, I just don't try to do gem spawns, I try to base my channel around everything and anything that can actually help you all out. So that's what I'm here doing today. Since obviously in the details they don't tell you much about the metal exchange, that's what I'm here for, to answer all the questions or any thoughts or concerns you had about the metal exchange. Today I'm going to be doing their job. Hello everybody, Yazraf, and hopefully you enjoy. So how does this work? How do you get these medals? It's a pretty passive action actually. All you gotta do is press sell, and right in here on the bottom, right below sell price where I'm tapping, right next to sell, it will say medals obtained and it will show you how much you can obtain. All you gotta do is press sell, and bada boom bada bang, you got yourself a deal soon. You got it. This new feature works the same way as transmutation pretty much. You have to make sure you get your gear from the spawn. If you don't get your gear from the spawn, it will not matter and it will not count and you will get no medals for it. Say for example, this will cost 10 and this will cost none because I didn't get it from the spawn. Technically I did, but box spawns do not count for some reason, even though they are spawns. Kinda silly. How much you will give per piece will vary on its rarity. SRs only give 1 per piece, SSRs only give 10, and URs only give 10 as well. Just like in the transmutation, the SSR / UR factor does not matter at all, which is kind of stupid, especially because in the metal exchange everything is very costly. Now all you gotta do for the metal exchange, all you gotta do to find your medals after you're done selling or whatnot is press menu and then press items, and bada boom bada bang, they will be right there. I know a lot of you probably already know this now, especially because Unison always makes you go to your medal, not your metal exchange, but your items in the first place. But just in case whoever didn't know this, I like to cover all aspects and all corners of everything for this so you have a crystal clear idea of how this stuff works. Going on with it, I find this stuff pretty expensive. I feel like a lot of this stuff could be reduced, especially the orbs. These orbs should be reduced by some because you only have 1 in there, so it's not really gonna harm the system. There's not really much you should worry about a team if it's only 1 in there. I mean, throw it to at least 100. I think these medals should be around 40 to 30, not 50. That's 5 SSRs. Instead, I would find it around 4 to 3. 3 would be reasonable. 3 SSRs would be reasonable. Drops of ether, I would find around 250. That'd be 25 SSRs. Sure, I guess that would be a better deal. Not 50. 50 SSRs for drops of ether is kind of insane. I don't know what they're thinking. In XP quest keys, when you get to normal mode around rank 70 or higher, that's to the point where if you find a limit, you start obtaining more XP than you would in a key. So I don't know why they would push it all the way to 20 SSRs for an XP quest key. There are other mine where you could just use around 30 AP to actually go on a mission and have around not even a bad chance of actually getting a limit from there that gives you more XP than this. So I don't see why they would do that at all. And then to top it all off on all the bullcrap of how expensive everything is, they have all these tickets at a really expensive rate. Now all these tickets you see here have the same stuff, the same spawnable gear that you would find in transmutation. Nothing has changed. They might have added some stuff, but that's legitimately it. This SSR ticket, for example, would have the same stuff a big transmutation does, considering that unlike a king transmutation, a big transmutation was pretty much the same thing, except you threw in SSRs and you were to get something completely random, and they had a bunch of armors. Unlike the king transmutation, was pretty much based on the class you currently have equipped, regardless of what SSRs you throw in. Now, it's an awesome thing that they got rid of the RNG factor and put their own in for this. That, I do think that was a good idea, considering that you would have to throw in something around the average cost SSR wise. It doesn't matter if you throw it in UR, the UR will still count as its SSR cost based rarity, not rarity. It will go to its SSR rarity, check out its cost, and give you something around there. So if you were to throw in a 23, a 24, and a 25 cost SSRs, they would give you a 24 cost SSR back, because that's the average of all of them. It's nice that they did that, considering you don't have to worry about getting a really high cost SSR to actually get a high cost back eventually. But they did make this pretty expensive. And this is all thanks to the 25 cost SSR gear guarantee ticket and the Blue Knight Series guarantee ticket, that you don't really have to worry about the RNG. But for everything else, I don't see why they would make it higher. As a big transmutation, unlike the SSR guarantee ticket, even though they give the same thing, a big transmutation only costs 3 SSRs. A SSR guarantee ticket costs 7 SSRs. You have to use 70 recyclable metals. That's 7 SSRs/URs, which is really stupid. And then for the King transmutation, it only took 7 SSRs to actually use to not reforge, but actually get a SSR of your class. Now the Azure stuff is in everything here. It's just you're guaranteed to get a piece in this, by the way. I just want to clear that out. Everything as there are still these tickets, you're just guaranteed to get one here. A King transmutation took 7 SSRs to actually to get a weapon of your chosen class that you are currently. This actually takes 10 to actually get a chosen weapon of a certain class, which is kind of stupid. I would understand if they were to raise it maybe by 10, but not like 30 or 50. That's so stupid. And this SSR, the 25 cost SSR guarantee ticket, shouldn't be that much, because getting a 25 cost SSR isn't hard. It's just you're likely to get a lower cost SSR than you are a higher one. It's uncommon to actually get a 25, 24, 23 cost SSR out of a spawn. It's not rare, it's not super rare, it's not extremely difficult, it's just a lot less common than uncommon itself. So I don't see why they would throw it at 40 SSRs to actually get one of these back. It would make sense if they did it at 20, definitely would be a good deal, but not really 40. And then I'm going to talk about the Blue Knight Series guarantee ticket. Now, I thought they made this not a lot more free to play, but more free to play. In a sense they did, but not by much. In fact, it's honestly more of a neutral feel. It's debatable whether you think this is more pay to win or free to play. As right here, it shows the Blue Knight Series guarantee ticket. You go to the spawnable gear. They have the weapons in here. They have the weapons. That's the killer of this. That's the killer of this whole process. That's the killer of these tickets. That's the killer of you trying to get 1,000 medals. They have the weapons in here. Now, I've been doing gem spawns for a while, and I can tell you, and I think everybody already knows this for a fact, when you're doing a spawn, you are likely to get the lower cost stuff than the higher cost stuff. So if you were to just throw one weapon versus an armor in there, your chances of getting the weapon will be higher. It's just something they've been doing in spawns all the time. Unison's always been doing these in spawns. You're likely to get the lower cost stuff than the higher. So putting that at a 1v1, a weapon versus an armor, considering they have 5 weapons in here, not just 4, but 5 weapons in here, and only 4 Azure armor pieces. Your chances of getting an Azure armor piece are pretty dang low. I'm not going to say extremely low. I wouldn't say that would be BS. I'd say around, this is not a correct estimate, but this is something based on my perspective and experience that I can hypothesize. Hypothesize is educatedly guess. I'd say around a 25 to 35% chance you have of getting an Azure armor piece. Excuse me if you hear me with a runny nose, but this video was pretty dang important to actually get out. because I want to actually like tell you guys about the stuff ASAP, so that way you guys actually have what you need to know, what you need to go in for this new feature, and what's not, everything you need to know about this feature ASAP. So honestly, I don't know why they have it like this. Honestly, I think A-Team should revisit this and actually think about it for a second, and possibly throw in a 2000. I know this sounds weird, but this is A-Team we're talking about, so at least throw in like a 2000 ticket piece that actually, I would say, at least gives you a not 50% chance, a 75% chance of having an Azure armor piece. Alright, hey, do we agree? Are we up for this? I would say 100 would be beneficial, but at least a 75%, because it's A-Team. A-Team's going to be very demanding, because this is ridiculous. You are very likely to get an Azure weapon piece than you are an armor piece. In fact, I could show you right now. First time ever doing an Azure transmutation, I've got the Azure Lance. This is around the 9th time I've done a transmutation. I was just screwing around. I even realized I had this, an Azure Knight Staff, but I've gotten no Azure armor. None Azure armor. I've gotten 2 Azure weapon pieces, but no Azure armor. That is an example of myself and my perspective and my experience of you, when you get these, after exchanging 100 SSRs, you having a higher chance to fail than succeed in getting an Azure armor piece. This is really stupid. They should actually add a separate medal that would actually give you a Azure armor piece guaranteed. I don't care if they have to double it or whatnot, but this is really stupid. They should change that around. It's not really, I wouldn't say it's not really. It's a little easier to get, but it's not really that much easier to get a Azure armor piece than it was back then. It is easier, but not too much. You still have to do a lot to actually get one. Well, you didn't have to do a lot of transmutation. It's just that the rates were low. In this one, you actually have to do a lot and then have a higher chance to actually get one, but still a lower chance of getting one than actually getting the weapon itself. So that was a really, really good idea on their part. This medal exchange thing is not really a bad idea. It's pretty good. It can help out. I honestly think it was a good idea, except for the Azure pieces, obviously. The Azure pieces were pretty bad idea. I don't know why they would do that. They should revalue that. Especially if you're watching this video, A-Team, or anybody that's part of the A-Team administration, which I probably bet you would, because I feel like you watch my spawn videos all the time, because whatever I generally say, you try to make worse. The chances, I wouldn't say you try to make everything worse. I feel like you guys make the chances worse, honestly. But yeah, that's it for this video. Oh wait, before I say that's it for this video, I don't know why they did this to the Ruby spawn either, because after me talk about that medal exchange, you could see how it does not substitute or make up for the Ruby spawn at all. Ruby spawn was not a bad way to actually get SSRs. It was an extra way to get SSRs, especially for those people who don't really have high chances of getting monsters or whatnot, or just not really pay to win. Give you at least stuff like Salamander or Tsukiya, and if you got a lot more than just one Salamander or Tsukiya, you can freaking get some gear score up by using them as awakening material. And they weren't bad for cosmetics, but nope, they took that away. And on top of that, they exchanged, instead of giving us medals for those rubies, which technically were substitute gems, they gave us gold for them. I don't know why they did that. Anyways, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and hopefully this answered your questions. It's the Azarath, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.